Alright, hello everybody. It is I, Granorite, and here we are back with another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Emerald with our next playthrough, our fourth flying type team out of 8, which is going to be Articuno, Swellow, Delibird, Gligar, and Farfetch'd. So excited. As we do, starting off, we're going to look at our Pokemon's biologies, and then get them up to level 7, and then off to Rustboro. So we have Articuno here, pressure for its ability. Good stats, it's a legendary Pokemon, knows Gust and Powder Snow. What do we know about Articuno? Slow leveling great Pokemon. Articuno is a large avian Pokemon with a predominantly sky blue plumage and wings said to be made of ice. On its forehead is a crest that consists of 3 darker blue rhombus-shaped feathers. It has circular red eyes, a short gray beak, and long thin gray legs. Each foot has 3 forward-facing digits and 1 facing backward. On its chest is a mass of white downy feathers. Its long streamer-like tail is longer than its body and the same shade of blue as its crest. Its appearance is so beautiful that, as stated in an illustrated book of pocket monsters, those who see it will die rooted to the spot. Articuno has the power to control ice at will. In the power of 1, its ice is to have formed the ocean's cradle alongside Moltres' fire, and it has some connection to the weather patterns of the Orange Islands. When Articuno flaps its wings, it can chill the moisture in the air around it, making snowfall. It flies from icy mountain to icy mountain. According to legend, it appears before doomed travelers lost in icy regions. As seen in Freeze Frame, Articuno sometimes aids travelers and guides them to safety. Articuno lives in cold, isolated locations, such as the snowy mountains filled with permafrost. It is said to be shown to be territorial in the power of 1, immediately moving to conquer the territories of Moltres and Zapdos in their absences, and fighting among them thereafter. When fighting alongside them, however, their combined power can defeat Lugia, as seen in Pokemon Horizons, and other legendary Pokemon. Like other legendary Pokemon, Articuno can be found in the Pokemon Paradise Locla. Articuno loves Articuno treats made by Snacksworth, who once encountered and sang with it in the past. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Articuno. Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all say Articuno is a legendary bird that can control ice. The flapping of its wings chills the air. As a result, it is said that when this Pokemon flies, snow will fall. Fire Red says what a legendary bird Pokemon. With its long tail trailing behind, its flying form is magnificent. And Leaf Green says a legendary bird Pokemon that is said to appear to doom people who are lost in icy mountains. Next, we have Taillow, who knows Pet Growl and Focus Energy. Has Guts for its ability. Taillow, who will evolve at level 22, is a medium-slow leveling rate Pokemon. Taillow is a small avian Pokemon with dark blue feathers. A red marking with pointed tips stretches from its chest to its forehead, and it has a white underside. It has narrow brown eyes and a short yellow beak. It has elongated wingtips and black feet with yellow talons. Each foot has 3 toes facing forward and 1 backwards. 2 sharply pointed feathers form its tail, and Taillow is very gutsy and will stand up to powerful opponents without backing down. During the cold season, this Pokemon will fly over 180 miles or 300 kilometers per day to search for areas that have warm climates. It typically hunts Wurmple, but flocks have also been seen eating crops in the Pokemon Chronicles episode Were No Angels. When it is hungry, it will weaken and cry loudly. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Taillow. Ruby says Taillow courageously stands its ground against foes, however strong they may be. This gutsy Pokemon will remain defiant even after a loss. On the other hand, it cries loudly if it becomes hungry. Sapphire says Taillow is young. It has only just left its nest. As a result, it sometimes becomes lonesome and cries at night. This Pokemon feeds on Wurmple that lives in forest. Emerald says, though it is small, it is very courageous. It will take on larger Skarmory on an equal footing. However, its will weakens if it becomes hungry. And Fire Red and Leaf Green say it dislikes cold seasons. They migrate to other lands in search of warmth, flying over 180 miles a day. Next we have Delibird. Has Hustle for its ability, so it has lower accuracy for higher power. Only knows Present. Delibird is a fast leveling rate Pokemon. Delibird is a red avian Pokemon with a white, hollow, and bag-like tail. Its face and chest are covered in white feathers with 2 3-pointed crests above its eyes. Black markings surround its circular eyes, and it has a light yellow beak and feet. There's a single white spot on its stomach, and its feet have 2 digits each. Delibird is omnivorous and carries collected food bundled up in its tail, which is frequently seen holding or tucking under its arm. It normally gives this stored food to its chicks, although it is generous enough to also share its food with other Pokemon and even humans, especially those lost or stranded in the mountains. Due to its omnivorous nature, however, it will sometimes offer bug Pokemon for these humans to eat. If attacked, it will also retaliate by throwing its food at opponents. As mentioned in Pokemon Sleep, Delibird is known to sleep while occasionally reaching inside its tail to pull something out. Prior to Generation 9, Delibird was the only Pokemon capable of earning the move Present by leveling up. Present allows it to carry special items in its tail that may cause damage or heal its opponent. In a flock, the Delibird with the largest tail is the leader. Delibird tends to live in mountainous regions, making its nest over sharp cliffs, notably Mount Everest. Iron Bundle shares a resemblance to Delibird and is believed to be a Delibird-based machine built by an ancient civilization. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Delibird: Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all say Delibird carries its food bundled up in its tail. There was once a famous explorer who managed to reach the peak of Mount Everest thanks to one of these Pokemon sharing its food. Fire Red says it nests at the edge of sharp cliffs. There is a famous explorer... It spends all day carrying food to its waiting chicks, and Leaf Green says it carries food all day long. There are tales about lost people who were saved by the food that it had. And next we have Gligar, who just knows Poison Sting right now, has Sand Veil for its ability. A medium slow leveling rate Pokemon. Gligar is a purple Chiropteran Pokemon with scorpion features. Its head and body are round and roughly equal in size. It has long triangular ears and triangular eyes with small pupils. 2 large pointed teeth protrude from its upper jaw, and a pink tongue is often seen lolling from its mouth. Its arms are segmented at the wrist and ended in large pincers. Spread between its arms are 2 blue wing membranes, each tipped with a purple claw. Its legs are thin and likewise segmented at the ankles, with its round feet having 1 claw each. Gligar has a long tail split into spherical sections, ending a large round stinger. The female Gligar will have a smaller stinger than the male. As shown in Pokemon the Series episode Riding the Winds of Change, Gligar feed on berries and commit sound waves to detect obstacles and fly around them. It glides smoothly and silently through the air with its limbs extended, and startles its prey and enemies by flying straight towards them. It attacks by clamping onto the enemy's face with its clawed hind legs and pincers, and then jabbing it with its poisonous stinger. Gligar itself is resistant to opponents' venom. Gligar lives in mountainous regions, making its nest along cliff sides. When it is done gliding, it hops along the ground back to its nest. In Hisui, it is revealed that Gligar can survive even at freezing temperatures. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Gligar: Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all say Gligar glides through the air without sound as if it were sliding. This Pokemon hangs onto the face of its foe using its clawed hind legs and large pincers on its forelegs, and then ejects the prey with its poison barb. Fire Red says it usually clings to cliffs. When it spots its prey, it spreads its wings and glides down to attack. And Leaf Green says it flies straight at the target's face and then clamps down on the startled victim to inject poison. Which leaves Farfetch'd, who has Keen Eye for its ability, currently knows just Peck. Medium fast leveling rate Pokemon. Farfetch'd is an avian Pokemon that resembles a light brown duck with a white underbelly. It has a flat yellow beak and brown eyes, a V-shaped black marking on its forehead similar to a unibrow, and a 3-feathered crest on top of its head. Its wings are as big as its body and appear to be prehensile enough to substitute for hands. It has yellow legs with webbed feet and a stubby tail. Farfetch'd is always seen carrying a leek stalk or spring onion. It carries the sprig in its wings, but sometimes chooses to hold it in its beak or feet instead. Unable to live without its stick, Farfetch'd will defend it with its life. Losing the stalk can leave Farfetch'd defenseless, and it will seek out a new one to replace it. Known uses for the stick include to use as a weapon, nesting material, or emergency food source. When using the stalk to attack, Farfetch'd wields and uses it like a sword to cut through things. There are several different fighting styles involving Farfetch'd League. It is selective about which sticks it will use, and it has been known to fight over good ones. Farfetch'd is found in temperate grasslands where reedy plants grow, guarding the plants from anyone trying to disturb them. However, Farfetch'd is rarely seen, and thus it is thought that the numbers are decreasing and that it is at risk of extinction. According to sources such as Pokémon the series and the Pocket Monsters Encyclopedia, its population decline is caused by humans who have hunted it down for food. One popular recipe suggests cooking it with its own leek. There have been attempts at breeding in order to increase the Farfetch'd population, and in the Pikachu short Pikachu's Vacation, Farfetch'd are shown to be able to swim like real-life ducks. Farfetch'd and Sirfetch'd are the only known Pokemon capable of using the leek item. In our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Farfetch'd, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all say Farfetch'd is always seen with a stick from a plant of some sort. Apparently there are good sticks and bad sticks. This Pokemon has been known to fight with others over sticks. Fire Red says it always walks about with a plant stalk clamped in its beak. The stalk is used for building its nest. And Leaf Green says the plant stalk holds its weapon. The stalk is used like a sword to cut all sorts of things. Alright, and with that, let's go level up to level 7. Articuno would like special attack and special defense, so we're going to look for Ralts and Lotads. Run into a C-Dot. No Puchienas. Goodness, come on, Lotad. Oh, it's supposed to be a little bit more plentiful than this. Now, Articuno is our slowest leveler. Nice. Sorry, I was just thinking about movesets. Come on. Oh, we're at 7. What am I doing? Let's swap to Farfetch'd, who wants attack and defense. No, actually, we wanted special defense. Well, that's fine. Oh, I wanted that Puchiana. What am I doing? Focus. My mind is thinking about Lotads. I'm trying to... We have Lotats and Poochyenas. There we go. Excellent. Alright, next we have Gligar, who wants HP and defense. So Wurmples and Seedots. That is a Ralts. So now we can't find any Wurmples. We find all the Lotads. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, so Delibird wants HP and special attack. So first of all, we have to hit it, which is not going to be easy with our hustle ability. And then also we have to not heal it. Like we just tried to heal it twice. Hooray, Delibird. Goodness. And we're seeing a lot of Seedots for a 1% chance. Help nudge Delibird over the finish line there. Goodness. Taillow wants attack and speed. So Zigzagoons and Poochyens. To which we can now find none of course. One more. All right. So let's heal up and start making our way up to Rustboro. Good job, Taillow. Just strap in while we beat up on some Rumples. Let's use Delibird. Begrudgingly. Good damage. Don't praise it. Taillow is going to get a lot of speed. Back. Awesome. My Taillow was obviously superior. Very nice. Alright, let's see if Gligar can take out this Shroomish. Good critical. Alright, let's keep it moving. We'll heal up. Maybe we'll go talk to our dad and let Wally catch his Pokemon. Alright. Meow. Good job, Taillow. Supposed to have a 20% chance to harden with this. It's 1 in 5. We've definitely done more than 5 of these and have not got a poison yet. Not a hit and not a 1. Alright, we'll swap with Delibird. See if he can take on some Wurmples. And we missed. This is a situation where you strap it in and you just what happens happens. I don't like Hustle. I think Hustle's such a bad ability. More balls. Alright. We let Farfetch'd take on the Poochyena up here, hopefully. At least it can't stand attack Farfetch'd because of its keen eye. Go. Alright, and we'll swap Gligar up. Need to poison it. There we go. still hitting us. Even though we have sand attacked it to beyond bejesus, still hitting us. 1 out of 5 chance poison my butt. Alright. If you all didn't know, I don't like Delibird. I think it's a very bad Pokemon. One of those gimmick Pokemon. Doing this just to get Gligar's special defense up to 2, so that when we do the double battle with Gligar, its special defense will go to a multiple of 4. Alright. Load that down. Alright, we'll wait till it's done with that. We'll just drop its accuracy a ton. Very nice. And then Taillow's gonna eat some fish. Just a couple splash of Magikarps. That's all it is. That's all it ever was. Alright, well this is, let's see, let's get Kai, and then this is where we'll end our episode for today. We do hope you all enjoyed this episode. And we'll be back tomorrow with more Pokemon. Until then, we'll see y'all next time.